Hi everyone, it's Melissa and welcome back to A Friday Reads. There's not going to be a whole lot of updates on recent reads in this Friday Reads, but it will be more of a little chatty update and a little bit of a TBR as well. So the reason I can't update on any of my recent reads is twofold. First of all, I haven't been reading a ton. I've been very busy, but we'll get to that. And the second thing is because the books I have read have been for the BookTube Prize, so I can't talk about that yet. But I finished 2 books for the BookTube Prize, and I am like partway through another 2 right now that I should have finished by the end of April, which is great because that means I will have 2/3 of my BookTube Prize reading done in April, which means I can kind of scale back on that in May, and that will leave me a lot of time in May to just kind of mood read and stuff like that. So I can't update you on anything I have finished, but I do have a couple of DNFs. One DNF and one I'm on the fence about whether or not I'm going to DNF it or not. So I was partway through the essay collection, what was it called? A Little Devil in America by Hanifa Durkee. And I really like his writing, and there was nothing wrong with the essay collection, but I just kept not going back to it, and I think each essay on its own, this is an essay collection about a Black performance, each essay on its own I thought was good, but I think like as a whole, I don't even want to say it was repetitive because I don't think it was that, but for whatever reason, I just, as a whole, the collection wasn't, not that it wasn't making sense to me, I can't explain it. Each essay as an individual essay, I would enjoy, but I don't know if maybe they just didn't flow together with the rest of the collection. I don't know what it is about the collection, but I kept not going back to it. And every time I would go to read an essay, I would kind of have to like force myself, like, okay, look, just read another one, Melissa. And the essay would be fine, but I just felt like if I have to push myself this much to read it, I should probably just DNF it. So that's what I did. I may finish it at some point, but I'm just putting it aside. The other thing that I don't know whether or not I'm going to DNF is Matrix by Lauren Groff. And the story is compelling to me, but I don't want to say the writing isn't, because I think there are a lot of things about the writing that I appreciate. I think maybe there's a distance with the protagonist. I don't feel like there's an intimacy. I really need a lot of intimacy and warmth and connection. I don't have to like the character, but I have to feel like I know them, and I'm not getting that from Matrix. But I was about to DNF it, and then I was just reading it the other night saying, I'll just give it a few more pages, and I came to a point where I thought, okay, it feels like things might be picking up in terms of getting to know the character better, maybe. So I'm at 20%. I'm reading it on my e-reader. And so, I don't know, I'm on the fence because do I push myself to continue just for the sake of seeing if it picks up, or do I just say enough is enough? At 20%, I don't know. Maybe I'll give it into 30. I feel like if I read a third of a book and still can't get into it, I can probably set it aside. If you've read Matrix, please let me know your thoughts below about kind of like the style of writing, and like if you kind of know what I'm feeling about like the disconnect from the character, like not even a disconnect, but I feel like there's a distance and coldness there that I can't like get into the character's head, I guess. So let me know if you've read Matrix and your thoughts, and I will decide if I'm going to DNF it or not. So the other thing that's book related that I wanted to talk about was my May of the Moderns TBR. I haven't been filming TBRs this year, and this is more so a pile of possibilities. One of the books I will read for sure, and then whatever else I can get to, I'll get to. This May of the Moderns is hosted by Margaret Pennard, and I will link her announcement video, and it has like a link to a spreadsheet if you want to sign up for buddy reads, and I'll have all the information about prompts and all that kind of stuff. But I should have pulled these ahead of time. So I own 2 books that I want to get to. So May of the Moderns is literature between, I think she said 1900 to like 1945. I think end of the Second World War was the period, if I'm not mistaken. But the book I am reading for sure for May of the Moderns is A Passage to India by E.M. Forster. I have this little collection of E.M. Forster books, and I haven't read any E.M. Forster yet, so I am very excited about this. I am going to be buddy reading this with Katya, hopefully. We signed up on the spreadsheet to read this, but we haven't discussed Katya. If you see this, put a comment below and we can like sort out details of how we're going to do that. But yeah, I'm hopefully going to be buddy reading this with Katya from Read, Write, Create with Katya. So yeah, very excited to be reading my first Forster. And the other on my list is a John Steinbeck, because I really liked all of the Steinbeck I've read, but I haven't read him in a very long time. And I own this very slim little book called The Red Pony. And someone had talked about this recently. I think it was maybe Jen from Remembered Reads. But it kind of rekindled my want to read this. I have another Steinbeck as well, The Pearl, but I think this is written in the 50s, so it wouldn't qualify for the readathon. But The Red Pony is also on my pile of possibilities. And the last thing on my pile of possibilities is Native Son by Richard Wright. I think that's the author. And that one I don't own, but my library has a copy. So that's my very small pile of possibilities for May of the Moderns. Anything else book related? I don't think so. The only other thing, so I've still been watching BookTube videos pretty regularly, but I haven't been commenting as much as I normally do. So if I'm someone who normally comments on your videos and you haven't seen me, I've probably been watching your videos. I just haven't been commenting a lot, and I've just been really busy. And that's because I mentioned, I think in another couple of videos, that I was undergoing a career transition this year. And I've made a lot of progress on that recently, which is very exciting, but also very time consuming. So I am transitioning to, I've been working in a nonprofit for the past like 10 or more years. And I am transitioning to like a proofreading and editing business. So I've like registered my business name, like I've gotten the ball rolling on things. I've updated my CV, I've updated my LinkedIn. I'm mostly done a website. It's not ready to launch yet, but those things have been taking up a lot of time, and a lot of my like free time, like non-work hours. I've just been trying to get all that stuff together. And I finally got a couple of projects lined up, which it's really hard, like, you know, getting a client base and getting all this stuff sorted. So if I haven't been commenting lately, it's because I've been preoccupied. But yeah, it's been slow going, but like finally that's underway. And that's what's been eating up all of my precious time. And it's been like really scary because this is like a big career transition, like in my middle age, I guess. Is 37 middle-aged? I guess maybe it is, but I'm 37 and undergoing a pretty big career change, but it's something that I just love doing, and so I figured I just need to try to make this happen. So yeah, so that's exciting. And another exciting thing is the groundhog that lives on our property has reemerged recently, and I've been seeing her almost every day. And I just love watching her. Some years she has babies, and I saw her today, and I keep looking out for babies. I think it might be a little too soon for them. But fingers crossed. The years that she has babies, like, it brings so much joy to my life to watch these tiny little groundhog babies. Oh my God, it's like the cutest thing ever. But she was out today kind of like snuffling and foraging around, and I was like, are there babies with you? But I think it's too early to see them. I think they stay in their burrow for a little bit before they emerge. Anyway, that was quite the tangent, but it's just, seeing that groundhog gives me so much joy. I just wanted to share that with you. So that's my Friday reads, and I hope everyone's doing well. Thank you as always for watching, and we'll chat soon. Take care. Bye.